Hello everyone, it's me, Soul again, and I'm here with a little FFBE video, and mostly just a talk. Especially about, well, where the game is at the moment, before, any announcements are made for tomorrow, and what upcoming game it will be. So, I'm just here doing, the daily A-League challenge for winning 10 arena fights. And as you can see, yeah, I'm going for the lower ranking players because, let's be honest, how many people really like doing arena these days in FFBE? Because currently, I really don't like doing arena as much in FFBE. I find it drags on a little bit, especially if you have players that made certain builds for most units where it's their physical dodge. It gets pretty annoying to me. And right here, I've just gone with, well, the best I can work with, to be honest. And I know it's not chaining properly, but it still gets the job done for what I do here. And, trying to make sure I get through these fights as fast as possible. Although, there has been a glitch lately with the game, and that being the fact that I always come up one battle short of getting the daily mission to be completed, Like, I get 9 out of 10, even if I do all 10 of my fights. And I find that pretty annoying for the most part. Or majorly, to be honest, because I don't like having to wait an hour just to go back and do a fight that the game didn't count for. And I do not know why it does that, but I guess it does. At least I saw an announcement recently that said they're investigating this, and so they're acknowledging that there is a issue with the daily mission. And if you're wondering, what is this daily mission for? Well, it's for the Brave ability enhancement stuff, where each day you can do 5 different quests, not quests, but tasks, more tasks, to gain these tickets. You use those tickets to summon from, well, similar to a raid box summon, in order to acquire various materials, namely for enhancing abilities on NV units. And I'm not really into that right now. There's just not that many NV units that I currently have that I can really use my shards on. I don't know, I'm just trying to find something to talk about during this video, because these battles tend to take a while. And I mean, they do take a while. I'm see we're up to the 3-minute mark on this video, although... I'll be honest about one thing. Lately with FFBE, I've just not been into it as much as I used to. Again. I'm kind of in that period again where I feel a little burnt out from this game, especially from the amount of stuff they give you to do. Especially from most of the stuff the game gives you feels like it drags on a little too long, especially with the grinding. I don't really like how much there is to grind for in this game nowadays. These events have been made harder to where you need NV units more than ever. It feels like we're in the 7-star era all over again, where a lot of things have been scaled up in difficulty to accommodate for the newer and more powerful units we've acquired in the game. And that started when, well, NV came out. Now, I was excited when NV came out, not gonna lie. I did summon for Cloud and got him. More than one, actually, to where now I have a EX plus 2 Cloud. But a few months down the line after, 4th anniversary came out? And, yeah, the game has just felt like a bigger grind than need be. And I noticed the person that I was mostly playing against is gone. Nice. Removing it before I can do the last 2 fights. Oh, I think I see what this person is going for. I see a couple units that can use AR training. I don't know if it is I have, but well, you can't really use Mystical Ice Laswell for AR chaining right now, well, because of one of the restrictions, and that's parameter boost. And Mystical Ice Laswell's AR chaining move has a parameter boosting ability really attached to it, so that's why I'm using his Limit Burst instead. But I'm kind of going off topic here, aren't I? Just with how the game feels to me right now, I'm not really enjoying my time with the game. Especially with these daily quests now having me do a little more than I need to do. To be honest, I enjoy playing Dragalia Lost more because I don't need to spend as much time as I need to with that game. And I don't need to spend half an hour on the game just to get my daily tasks done. Which makes the game more forgiving in my eyes for the grind. Although, I've been playing the game for a little more than a year at this point. Oh wow, I have a lot of these. So, it doesn't bother me as much for the grind, especially since in Dragalia, I've acquired a lot of good units and a lot of good equipment for them. To the point where I feel like I'm sitting cozy to where I can comfortably do all the events. And, you know, not need to grind as much. But with FFBE, it's a little different. And once again, and see what I'm talking about? Well, you saw I had 9 orbs, meaning I did do a battle, and I did win. But the game didn't take in the 10th win. Again, meaning I have to wait less than an hour for an orb to refill. And sadly, in order to refill an orb or all your orbs, you need to spend 100 lapis, which is a little more precious these days because with the rates that NV units come in, it's really difficult to get an NV unit right now. Now, they do put in a little safety net to where if you EX +2 NV unit, a summonable NV unit I mean, you do get a 1/10th NV ticket, meaning you will be, once you get 10, you'll be able to summon for a guaranteed NV unit. Only drawback is that it's random, so you will not know what NV unit you'll acquire in the game. Oh, and there's another thing I want to mention too. The get 30 chains in one turn and get 10 elemental chains in one turn, that was a bug for me too. Several times I have done like 30 chains and even got elemental chains in the mix without the chain breaking, and yet the game didn't count for either of them. Let me see if I can show an example of such a thing. If we go to, let's see, is that daily quest available? Yeah. So we'll go into here. I've not done the story event fully, by the way, so I will be getting that done during the week. Though I'm not really going to be posting a video on that because that takes a while. Let me see if I can show you what happens. Okay, so I'm going to have Lauren and the FF7R Cloud chain with each other. Okay. And of course, I will have Slashing Bolt be used, and right here, now watch. Okay, 59 chains, and I even got elemental chains in that turn. And so that should have counted, but we'll see if it does, because yesterday I didn't really get the results I wanted. And I think that said 58, meaning I didn't chain properly. Yeah, I didn't chain properly for that one. Which is a little weird that it still keeps going, even if there's a slight misstep. I guess they fixed the chaining a little bit between units. Okay, it did say I got the 10 elemental change and chain 30 in one turn. Now just to double check if it took it in. And it didn't. It told me I had it, but it didn't. Yeah, that bothers me a lot, that you trigger a completion of a quest, but it didn't count. I see the notification pop up, and it didn't count. That really bothers me. Now, of course, it's Gumi or whoever really develops the gameplay side of things on the team. They can iron this out since these quests are going to be ongoing for a while. But it just bothers me that I have to redo the task I just did and thus spend more time on the game. I don't like having my time be dragged on like this, especially from a game that feels pretty grindy with a lot of its content. Now, right now, we're in a state where we're not needing to grind as much, since we have a trial marathon to give us a little break from all the grindy quests grindy events, namely raids and King Mods. Although Steel Castle Malfikia well, this is an equipment enhancement event, so it is grindy, especially if you're trying to get the desired stat bonuses for your weapon. Except, I personally have not liked this sort of event most of the time because I often find myself getting the wrong stat boost or the wrong weapon, like magic boost for a physical oriented weapon. Like, let's say I have a two-handed greatsword at 180 attack, and I just keep getting magic modifiers for it. I really wish the randomized stat bonuses for weapons were a smidge different. Like, not having the magic boost attached to certain greatswords, because I'm just saying, it bothers me a bit that I keep getting the wrong boosts, and then I have to rerun it another 10 times just to get what I want for a specific stat. I just don't like the RNG that's involved with this, that's all. Now, true, there are rewards you can get with it through grinding, but I will say, I get way too many equipment enhancement orb restores than what I want. And it just makes it so that the next time I do it, I have a lot more to use. And you might be wondering, how many of those things do I even have at this point after... Sorry about that, that's a friend checking in on me. Let me see. Restore energy. Here we go. 1,112 equipment enhancements orb restores. That's how many of those I got. And yet they don't really give out enough up to where even the energy restore 10s match that. Right. Not even the raid restore orbs, which were more or less introduced this year after... I think after 4th anniversary came out, actually. Or was it before? I can't remember, but they don't give us those orb restores often enough. They give us way too many of the stuff for the Steel Castle Malfikia event. And need I mention that they've hardly changed that sort of grinding dungeon? Or, grinding event? They've not done a lot of improvements with it since, and it's just one quest that just keeps ramping up in difficulty. Which, to me, it's easily trivialized, to be honest. In fact, I can show you what I use for this sort of event. And let me go down to a weapon I wish to enhance. Let's see, Chrome's Fiend. Don't really need a lot of attack with this greatsword, but I just more or less focus a little more on the utility side of things with this weapon for my Lauren. So let me see here. Don't I have Okay, I'm trying to find the Overture, which is from the Final Fantasy 13-2 event that we had months ago, if I recall. And I remember it's prioritizing by attack. Let me prioritize by spirit instead. And perhaps we can find our weapon. Bingo. 12% HP, 7% spirit, 12% defense. Actually, that's good enough. Let me find something else instead that will be of more use to grind. So I can just showcase these, well, what I can basically do. It's just hard for me to decide on a weapon to enhance. Let's go with the Mecha Bow Hammer right here. Just get HP boost if possible. So there's, let's see, it says floor 10. Oh, it's, well, just allowing me to choose what sort of version of this is to go with. And this is the team I use. It's easy for me to trivialize this because, well, with the team I'm going with here, if you know what their effects are, this can be a cakewalk. Which is why I just, I don't know. It just doesn't feel so fun to me. Especially when I'm re-rolling for stats so many times, and this can take me about, depending on how long I take for me to decide, 5 to 10 minutes on this. So let me see, this is the Mecha Bow Hammer, so let's just go with an MP 7%. As for, I'm just basically talking about nitpicks I have with the game at this point, aren't I? The point is that I'm just not really enjoying my time with the game as much as I used to be. And these little nitpicks I have kind of drag down the experience. This game is 4 years old at this point, and I apologize if you're hearing vibrating. I just keep getting notifications, probably from Twitter. Or maybe it's from Discord too. Okay, we cleared 3 Vortex quests and an auto boost. Yay, my favorite ability in the game. Sorry. I'm just so I do apologize if I sound off in any way, like my sentences have been disjointed so far, or I ramble, or with no point, and I just sort of do that when it comes to most of these sort of videos, to be fair. And another thing, I came down to a decision, which I really should have started this video off by saying this, but I wanted to get through some of the other points that was bothering me about this game. I decided that by the time the Kingdom Hearts 3 collab event rolls around and passes, I will be quitting FFBE. The reason is because I've been playing this game for 4 years already. 4 years. Ever since its first anniversary is when I started playing this game. And I've supported it since. Like, I feel like my time with the game is just gonna be wanting to come to an end. Because nowadays, I feel like I want to focus on other things, especially since, well, I'm not a teenager anymore, I'm a young adult. And for anybody that's wondering how old I am, I'm actually 22 years old as of now. Well, my birthday was a month ago at this point. So, happy belated birthday. Anyways, let me just turn down the music like a little bit. Or not. Yeah, it just sounds a little loud, man. I'm sorry. Just a lot has changed ever since I first started playing this game, along with other gachas. I'm sure anybody that's been following me for a long time on here remembered my very, very old videos, especially anything to do with Brave Frontier. Seriously. Had something kind of come up for a second there. I'm sorry. Anyways. Where was I? Oh yeah, my Brave Frontier videos. I remember making those and doing face cam a lot in bed. But nowadays, I don't really do the face cam in bed anymore. Because, one, I feel like that's unprofessional. And two, I guess I just don't have a need to show my face as often. I mean, that's why I think at least. So, as of now, most of my videos are just without the face cam. But that's kind of getting away from the point again, in which I'm sorry if I keep going off rails a little bit with this. I'm just being honest with a lot of stuff I'm saying. Well, not like I wasn't honest before, but sorry. Just with how some stuff has been. Let's see. I'll just take more HP. My mind has just not been in the right place with a lot of things. And to be fair, FFBE does give me a little bit of anxiety here and there, especially from signing on certain banners and whatnot. Because it feels like well, it's actually more than just the banners, but from the events. They take up so much time out of my day, especially if I'm full on grinding and have not caught up with everything. So, with where I'm at with the game, it's just not really very healthy for me to keep playing. Now, why do I not quit just now instead? Well, I'm willing to give this game just a good conclusion to myself. And what better conclusion than to play an event based off of a video game series that I've loved ever since I first touched on the series. That being Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts 3 had the Kingdom Hearts 3 collab event happened in the JP version of FFBE a few months ago. And now we're just waiting to get that event. But as far as I know, it's not coming until 2021 as far as I'm aware of. Or, heck, maybe even somewhere during this or next month. Because, as of now, it is collab month, technically. But we haven't seen any sort of collabs come into play with FFBE so far this November. Which is a bit of a change. And by now, we would have gotten a video from the FFBE channel about a collab event. Because normally they release on, well, a very early Monday morning. And then other YouTubers would be covering the news announced within it. But as of now, we don't know if we're going to get a collab this month. If we do, hey, keeping up the trend of every November we get a collab. But if not, then, well, that's a change of pace then, huh? But with how some banners have been, they've either been hit or miss. For the recent banner in FFBE, I know we have this unit, which is supposed to be the best magic cover tank in the game right now, because of the utility and the ability to have an automatic magic cover effect, especially on either form if I recall. But I'm not going crazy over the banner because I have Cecil. Well, kind of sucks that it's like a month or more down the line, a unit can replace something that is normally top tier. But how are we supposed to know that until months later? 8 or so. Anyways, again, I do apologize for how long this has all been going. Just with how I am with the game right now, well, I'm just feeling unhappy with it. And to be fair, I honestly want to start doing streams on YouTube if possible with certain games played off of my PS4 or hopefully at some point a PS5, just to showcase you guys what sort of games I play. Except I would need something like an Elgato or to capture the footage, and I probably would need a stronger laptop than what I'm working with. So I'm really hoping I can live up to some expectations on stuff, especially on other videos that I said I would get out eventually, or would likely do, like a review on a tablet I bought about a month ago at this point, or at least I think it was a month ago, alongside anything else that I have in mind. As of now, though, I just feel like I need a break from certain things. I wish I could take a day from FFBE, but if I do, I'm gonna probably lose track of some stuff. I swear, gotchas. They keep you hooked. But I'm ready to get off the line at some point with this game. So, hopefully this month, at least I hope, we get Kingdom Hearts 3. And then afterwards, I can be free from this game. I would like to at least start doing some Dragalia videos at least, so if I end up quitting FFBE, I know I can still bring you a video or more on a gacha game. Well, many videos, as long as I play Dragalia, that is. But for the meantime, though, I think this is where I'm gonna end it. I'm so sorry for this being basically a long ramble. I just wanted to get something out to you guys, at least. And update you on a few things, especially with my feelings on this game. I'm sure this kind of feels familiar if you watched another very old video I made about a year ago on... what was that game again? Oh yeah, Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. I ended up quitting that game in favor of playing more Dragalia instead. But this is where I'm at now. So, we'll see how the future is for me. If there is anything I would announce, I'll make another video about it, but for the meantime, I'll end it here for real. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and hopefully got something out of this. And hopefully you'll keep on supporting me, either by just simply watching my videos or just listening to me. Hopefully I'll bring a better video next time. Anywho, for now, ciao for now.